Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TechChill's annual pitch competition for early-stage startups. My name is Arts Kehris. I'm a founding member of Bad Ideas Fund and Printify co-founder. And I'm delighted today to be your host for 50 Founders Battles batches 3 and 4. Before we get into the batches, I want to share with you a personal story from my own fundraising experience. My co-founder James and I had an opportunity to pitch Printify in its early days to Steve Chan, the co-founder and CTO of YouTube. And we met at a coffee shop in Palo Alto to pitch our print-on-demand business. And at first, Steve was not getting excited, and we kind of started already sweating it. But then he came through. Put me down for 50K, he says. And now this is where we reply to him. Steve, we will gladly accept your money, but the investment has to be that significant to you that you will answer our calls and help us out when we need it. The co-founder of YouTube paused for a moment considering our request. All right, he replied, make it 100. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, today's 50 Founders Battle prize pool is way more significant than 100,000. We got a syndicated investment up to 150K from Bad Ideas Fund. We got another 150K from Depo Ventures. We got 50K from Build It Accelerator, up to 250K investment opportunity from Look AI Ventures, community prize of 10,000 euros, no strings attached from our friends at Gravity Team, Localize, Longenesis, EasyBI, Selfie, Helvet, True6, and Change Ventures. And we got a bunch of other cool prizes from We Make Future, Draper University, Sorainen, free Google credits, yada, yada, yada. Let's move on. That brings me to a very important part of batch 4, today's jury. Guys, I'm going to call you out one by one, and maybe if you can just say 2 sentences about your fund. That's important to these guys. So, first up, I actually got Andra, first pick.
Hi.
Hi. 2 sentences.
Oh, I have to say 2 sentences?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So we at First Pick were an accelerator and early stage fund investing into tech founders across the Baltics. We've been launched at the end of last year and have made 13 investments so far.
Perfect. Round of applause. Next up, Kari from Super Angel.
Hi everybody, my name is Kari and I'm representing Super Angel, which is a Tallinn-based early stage fund. We're a pre-seed seed investing up to 1 million euros to impact-driven founders building technology companies.
Round of applause to Kari. Our third lady in the jury today is Sandra from Baltic Sandbox.
Hi, I'm Sandra from Baltic Sandbox Ventures. We invest in deep tech and life science startups across the Baltics, pre-seed and seed, and all the deep techs are very welcome to talk to me.
Awesome, thank you. Round of applause. And the 2 gentlemen, what we have in the jury today, first one, Julian from Burda Principal Investments.
Hi everyone, this is Julian from Burda Principal Investments. I'm managing director there for Europe. We invest all over the world, so in the US, Europe, and Asia, now also in Australia. And we do growth stage investments, so when a company is ready to scale, this is when we come in. And in the Baltics, we've invested in Vinted and in Nord. And I'm here to find the third one for the Baltics.
Thank you for being here today. Applause to Julian. And our 5th jury member, Ilya from Flashpoint VC.
Hi guys, Ilya from Flashpoint. So we are a multi-stage, multi-product VC. We invest at late seed Series A through our VC, like traditional VC arm. Then we do venture debt for companies post-Series A, normally with like 3 to 5 million ARR. And then we have a secondary fund, which does what it says on the tin, buys out secondary stakes in companies that have reached sort of stage that is beyond Series B, normally around 10 million ARR. So that's broadly us.
Thank you, Ilya. Round of applause. All right, not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. Very first startup coming up, Sepsiscan from Latvia. Welcome.
Hey guys, I'm Didzis from Sepsiscan, and we are a medtech startup developing sepsis diagnostics device. So let me tell you about sepsis, also known as silent killer. Sepsis is a medical emergency condition caused by infection in human body, and it's called silent killer because it is a leading cause of patient mortality in hospitals globally. So each year, approximately 50 million people experience sepsis condition, and 11 of them result in patient deaths. And there is a very simple correlation. The later sepsis is diagnosed, the less likely patient is to survive. And this question is in terms of hours and not days. So in order to tackle this problem, we came up with visual diagnostics device that combines optics and software to identify early signs of sepsis and alarm hospital staff timely. Our main advantage is speed, because the device provides result in just few minutes in comparison to other alternative technologies that are also invasive and may take up to several hours. In terms of traction, during 5 years of R&D, there have been developed already 2 prototypes that have been tested on more than 100 real patients in Latvian hospitals. From a business perspective, sepsis diagnostics market has good potential, and at current moment is estimated at 500 million euros per year, and it's likely to achieve 1 billion by 2030. Our intention is to enter this market by selling our device initially to hospitals with intensive care units, and there are approximately 5,000 such hospitals in the EU alone. In terms of team, we have a team of people who are passionate about medical technologies, and we have necessary skills and also partners to bring this technology to the market. Current stage, we are looking for the lead investor with 150K investment to complete our R&D activities and come up with a commercial prototype. And this investment is what we're looking for in addition to already 100K that are committed by Build It Accelerator that we graduated last year. So I invite you to join our battle and catching silent killer, and thank you for your attention.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Dear jury, somebody give me a signal. All right, perfect. Please do.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the pitch. I was wondering, when do you expect to bring the product to the market, time-wise?
In terms of our product development roadmap, the first sales could happen in year 4, if we count from today. So it takes 1 year to complete and come up with commercial prototype. Additional year is to do registration and all compliance things. Then 3rd year is for doing pre-sales demos and enter those long-term contracts which are yearly announced by hospitals. That's why year number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2 questions in one. First of all, could you tell us briefly about your competitors, and secondly about the CE mark certification, how long is it going to take you?
CE mark registration, I guess that's the easiest question. That would take approximately 5 to 4 months from experience of our comparable companies. In terms of competition, there is one similar technology in the US, which has been announced already 5 years ago that it's on market, but it still hasn't been available for sale. It's called HyperView, but it has some differences which I could elaborate individually, of course.
Sure. Julian, please.
Thank you for your pitch as well. I have one question on the product pricing and sales. So 15K per device is not extremely expensive, but also not cheap. What's the business case for the hospitals, and why would they buy this?
The health economics behind the calculation would be that additional day in intensive care unit for hospital ranges starting from 1,000 euros up to even 10,000 euros in US. So if our device costs 15,000, then by saving, let's say, 15 days, it's already the hospital has earned or let's say saved such amount. And each additional patient saved and additional day of treatment saved, this is a saving of at least 1,000 per day within intensive care unit where this device is aimed to be used.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Sepsiscan from Latvia.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, another startup from Latvia, Green Growth.
Agriculture, one of the most important industries nowadays, because the product of agriculture is essentially what keeps us alive. It's food. Tens of billions of dollars being invested yearly in this industry, invested into the technology which will help farmers be more efficient and more sustainable. But let's not forget that farmers are people, and people don't use technology. They use products. I came from the product industry, not from agriculture, and our team uses our skill to solve the broken agricultural processes, the interaction with technology. We started from the basic metric, from the final data farmers have after harvesting. We show them good areas and bad areas of their fields based on the data from machinery, and we tell them how to save money on chemicals, next year how to fix the soil. We collect the data with this small device we install on the machinery. Small farmers can save thousands of euros yearly, big farmers up to hundreds of thousands of euros yearly. Of course, we are not the first solution on the market. They are cool guys, but you see, like a lot of buttons, big monitors, old, nice technology, but yikes, it's like farmers buy it, but they don't use it, it's complicated. Our technology is plug and play. You just buy it and you have the data. Super easy. We've actually been proven right, so customers buy us. Last year, we started to test the market, founder-driven sales. Then we became an alumni of Plug and Play, so we have a window to go to US market. But this year, we concentrate on the European market. We have big resellers here in Baltics. We sell in Spain, so we aim to €500,000 in revenue. Our mission is to be a backend of the data aggregation for agriculture. So we'll cover all the agricultural machinery sooner or later, and that's $100 billion market. That's all helped with the help of our team. We have strong experience in software, hardware, IoT, of course, product, agriculture, sales. But I want to bring your attention to the farmers in our teams. So this guy is not from the original team. He's one of our first clients, and he came aboard because he likes the technology and he wants us to sell more, to distribute across his peers. We got pre-seed round last year from Latvia, actually, 300,000. We spent it for the initial product, and after sales this summer, we will be raising $2 million to expand the product. We have a huge product backlog and to go to the new markets. Thank you very much. That's me. I'm here, happy to answer all the questions.
Dear jury, Kari, please.
Yeah, thanks so much for the pitch. I wanted to ask about the pricing and if you have any sort of customer data already to show what the churn has been over the seasons.
Yeah, so we charge for the device itself, €2,000. We share it with our resellers. So, for example, in Latvia, it's the co-ops. In Lithuania, it's like big resellers, etc., etc. And then we charge yearly subscription. We start with €100, and then we will go up when we add more features.
And any sort of data on churn or how the customers are?
It's our second year. We'll see in a couple of months.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, who's your target customer? Like, what's your ideal customer profile, and how do you do sales? How do you reach the farmers?
The ideal sales process is to sell through distributors. So we sell to big businesses, and these businesses sell to smaller businesses. So they do all the marketing eventually, and we just developers.
Please.
Yeah.
Go.
Sandra, yes, I
Yeah,
told you.
yeah, okay. Yeah, so the competition on this market is fierce, and apart from hardware, there is a lot of drones that are using non-invasive soil analysis and so on. So what's your edge against them, against more scalable solutions?
We integrate with them. So it's not replaceable. It can be added together. So for example, we work with companies like OneSoil, for example, they do satellite imagery, and we connect with them to bring farmers more data, so different layers.
Right. Ilya?
My question was on sort of data that you collect and how much of that data do you actually use yourself for product development, and how can you leverage it to kind of provide some more advanced software solutions or analytics?
So what we do, as I mentioned, product approach. So we take the data, we go inside the tractor with the farmer, we see how farmers use our data, we see the problems, we write it on backlog, we score it with the market value, and then we implement it when we have money next season.
Thank you so much. Your time is up. That was Green Growth.
Thank you.
Right. Coming up next from Lithuania, a very interesting company, Sign on Tab.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm Inga. I'm here to tell you more about Sign on Tab. We developed a consent management toolkit for healthcare, and it is a highly secure, user-friendly, and comprehensive document management software. It can also solve difficult cases of data input, of consent filling and signing, and also different scenarios. This particular picture was actually taken by my prospect in Kenya on our first discovery call. He got so excited about our solution that he went to the archive, took this picture and sent it to me. And just look at it. It represents so well all the pain that everyone that's dealing with paper faces every day. And dealing with consents and all those papers are really complex in the healthcare. This scheme just shows you just a fraction of all the complexity there is. For example, sometimes in the consent you will only ask to give your signature. Other times you will need to mark several checkboxes. You agree, do you disagree, do you have allergies? And sometimes, for example, in blood bank, you will be asked to fill out the long questionnaire. Only then you will go to see the doctor, and the doctor will review that questionnaire, mark his own answers regarding your vital information, and then you both will sign the same agreement, the same consent. And this is just a second or third level of complexity. And believe me, when we dig deep into those processes of hospitals, the complexity is crazy. It's very difficult. So, and what's most important, while there's some competition at the easy levels, the more complex things are, the competition gets thinner. And regarding the money, well, the money is there. At the home market alone, there's a potential for 3 million ARR. And for the other markets, you can see the potential there. We already started doing first steps there. We're getting traction. And we are currently doing 50K MRR. We are planning to grow 3 to 4 times in the next 18 months. And we are looking for, we have already committed for a 3K investment, and we would be open for additional 300K. And this is the team that will do it. We went through COVID, we went through quarantine, and managed growth every year. So that's the most important. Thank you.
Thank you, Inga. Julian, do you mind if we start with you?
Sure, I'm happy to. Congrats to that pitch in your company. So,
thank you.
Hospitals are difficult to, I guess, innovate. So how does sales process work, and how long do you have to talk to them until they actually sign and implement?
Yeah, it is a long process. The sales cycle is quite long. For now, it takes us from around 3 months to 6 months. The just to get things going. And last year we changed our approach, our ICP. We started when we went to different markets in Europe, in Africa. We started selling from small clinics, but then we changed it because we felt that it will be best for us to approach the big chains, the big hospitals, and that means also that the sales cycle will be a bit longer because the decision making is longer, and then the selling, of course. But they are ready for our solution, and they are looking for that solution right now. So I suppose this is perfect time for us.
Thank you.
Kari?
Do you see that the hospitals have different workflows, or that they actually have similar problems and similar sort of complexity? What I'm asking is whether your solution is applicable to different hospitals, or are these very unique?
Actually, we are not working just with hospitals. We are working with all medical industry, because there's everywhere where there's patient, the consent form must be signed. So that means dialysis, diagnostic clinics, the all clinical chains and so on. So not just hospitals. Everyone has those consent forms. And of course, in hospitals, there are some things that are deeper. For example, anesthesia form or some kind of those difficult, complex consent forms. But it usually is the same for every hospital. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you
very
guys.
much. Sign on tab. All right. All the way from Denmark, Self. Welcome.
Thank you. So we're on a mission to make massages more accessible through technology. And I'm not talking about this outdated one that attempts to make a decent massage for a standard body. It's not even connected to the cloud. I'm talking about high quality, intelligent, data-driven, and personalized massages. Do you like massages? Raise your hand. Most people like massages, and few people get them. And yet, it's a $55 billion market. Human massages are just too expensive. Many people feel shy laying half naked in front of a stranger, and most masseurs stop working past normal business hours. We deployed our non-human robot in a fitness center earlier this month. 13 euros for a price. Market price is 67, performed by a human, and our robot works day and night. In just one day, we're fully booked 2 weeks in advance and have a wait list of over 200. The 120 clients loved the massage, rating it 8.5. And we're super surprised about the elderly, specifically, loving the massage. So we validated the demand, we validated the price, and if we deduct the robot expenses and the revenue share with the fitness club, our monthly profit is 4,000 euros per month. We specialize in software and data and use standard hardware components, such as the robot arm. My brother and co-founder has worked over 8 years with his 40-man team to develop a technology that makes it easy to transfer human craftsmanship to a robot. In the long run, our IP will be data related to massages, such as biometrics and massage preferences. There are a few other players in the world building massage robotics. The American startup have raised over close to $50 million and is pre-revenue. Their business model is B2B and rent their robot for 7,000 a month. I've invested 200,000 euros and have a background in interface development, data, and enterprise coaching. I'm also a trained body therapist with 15 years of experience. My other co-founders work full-time for equity and include a physiotherapist, an app developer who won an Apple award, and top talented robotic engineers. We are on a mission to provide personalized, high-quality massages, and we're aiming to deploy 600 robots in 6 years within fitness, elderly care, and large offices. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julian. Julian from Self. Dear jury, what do you want to know about massages? Who wants to go first? Andra, yes.
Yeah, did you just miss it, or how much are you raising?
Sorry, say again?
How much are you raising?
We're raising 300,000 euros.
And what are you going to achieve with this money?
We're going to deploy another 6 robots this year, and smoothen out some of the user experience and such. So not like too much scale, but 6 robots this year within fitness.
Ilya?
How are the robots produced? Like, is it generic parts? Where are they assembled? What's kind of the supply chain for you guys?
It takes us about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if we lease the robot or buy it outright. But it's like standard components, so 3 weeks in max for a robot arm to be delivered. We basically don't have like a supply chain as such, but there's plenty of universal robots.
Do you assemble yourself?
No. We assemble the massage device to the robot arm. It takes maybe an hour or something like that. It took us about half a day to set it up at a fitness center.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Kari?
I'm curious about the data aspect that you mentioned. You said that in the future, data is sort of your defensibility. Who would be interested in sort of acquiring that type of data, or how would you leverage it?
I'm not an expert, but health-related data, I think is very valuable. Other massage startups will definitely find it very interesting. The Americans, the French. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that answered your question, but
did it?
Somewhat. I mean,
the point that why we are tracking the data is to make the massages better and better every time. So when we know more about it, like what force they have, or the muscular force resistance in their muscle tissue, then we can get better and better every time. And we log that data, like the muscle tissue, and we can also detect where is the tensions in the body over time. Are there changes weekly or monthly?
All right.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much, Julian.
Thank you.
All right. And coming up next, startup from Latvia, BirgerMind. Welcome.
Hello. At BirgerMind, we build non-invasive brain-computer interfaces enabling paralyzed patients to communicate independently. My dear friend Birger is living with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis for more than 27 years, and he is fully paralyzed without ability to speak and move. And there are many other ALS patients like him who need fast and affordable equipment to communicate. Therefore, we are building both a dedicated hardware and software platform for most of the ALS communication needs. No more sophisticated wires, cumbersome equipment, and adjustments. Real-time BirgerMind artificial intelligence engine interprets brainwaves into 5 distinct commands for controlling computer and modern apps, also for typing. And it works as a brain traineur that helps actually grow neurons in the brain, which is also proven to be a positive effect. So typing and navigating the devices can be done faster with BirgerMind than with eye trackers because of no delays in gazing. And BCI implants, as you know, require complicated medical operations and training. Head and mouse joysticks, on the other hand, can't help patients with full paralysis. And our solution is like a brain joystick that is affordable as well. We start with Denmark, Italy, and Latvia because we made a good collaboration and have a good trust in research and also ALS associations. We scale up to European markets and globally. Finally, in 10 years from now, we hope to reach not only motor neuron disease patients, but also such as stroke, spinal cord injuries, and other mobility and speaking issue patients. So, first time in history, we are able to provide solution that can be used even with closed eyes and also works outdoors. We collected 11 years since 2011. We collected a lot of data with real patients that helps to train our dedicated machine learning algorithms. And we establish trust with real patients because it's a paramount importance in this delicate business. And once used, they don't want to switch. So we provide a rental model which gives us opportunity to be sustainable. We can reuse the devices. And sometimes when ALS organizations are not available locally, then we communicate directly with ALS patients and also let locals government know. And we provide 3 times more autonomy to those patients. So here we are, a dedicated team of multidisciplinary experts hoping for your support in this challenging journey to give ALS patients extra autonomy. And we aim at least 5K patients to support them by 2030. Thank you so much. And yeah, good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Joris. Thank you. Guys, I have this light blazing, so I don't see you, but yes, dear jury, please. Andra.
Yeah. I was wondering if you're fundraising, and if yes, what's the amount, and what are you going to do with it?
Yes. Thank you so much. So we already received green light in AIC Accelerator, so we are fundraising ourselves approximately 330,000 to go through TRL 5.6 till TRL 9 and TRL 8 because this is a grant. And then, of course, we already filed some patent applications, we registered community designs, and now we are looking for certifications, and certifications are quite expensive. For now, we are not medical device, but still we are looking into multiple countries, so there will be approximately 500K needed for the next 2 years.
Right. Sandra?
Yeah, question about the sales. So there was this complicated scheme on your screen. Who is the end paying customer and how do you get to them?
Yeah, main paying customers are ALS associations who are already providing help to ALS patients and motor neuron disease patients. And also sometimes it's private patients, but ALS associations receive different types of support from government. There are some subsidies, and they actually are urgently searching for these devices because, for example, even eye trackers give really hard time for patients that eyes are tired. ALS patients can't even blink, they can't even close their eyes, so personal assistance are needed. If they have ability to close their eyes and to rest, then.
Okay. Julian, one last question from you.
Well, you mentioned that there's 80,000 new patients every year. Is that a global number or is that a local one?
It's a global number according to M&D Association Global. So once in a lifetime, it's quite a high probability to get such diseases, but usually it is closer to the end of life. And there are a lot of patients below 30 who are newly diagnosed. So actually the number is exponentially growing nowadays.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Joris.
Thank you.
Our only startup from Estonia in this batch, Bilance. Actually, somebody that looks like a real startup founder.
Hi, my name is Mihkel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Bilance. So this is me after a panic attack. I had many worries on my mind and money was one of them. Did you know that 72% of people is a report feeling stressed about money? So I'm not the only one crying about it. The main problem we're facing is that most people still struggle, really struggle to manage their finances. So we are here to change that. Meet Bilance. What we are building is like Duolingo, but for finances. We believe that changing people's financial habits comes in 3 important steps. Firstly, we automatically help them to understand their expenses and habits. Secondly, we show them how to reach their goals. And thirdly, we help them to stay on track by keeping them accountable and rewarding their progress. So, you know, there are so many simple budgeting apps out there, but they only give you a really simple data dashboard, what happened yesterday with your money. And because of that, 7 out of 10 people are still looking for the right money app that fits their needs. And I bet most of you here don't use any of those. So our initial market is Europe, and we're targeting people aged 25 to 35 who have a medium level of income and who use online banking. Bilance is a fully paid app with a monthly or a yearly subscription fee and 1 month free trial for everybody. And we are available in 31 countries. We launched quite recently, May 2024, and since that we have been growing an average of 22% month over month. And last 15 weeks, we have been growing about 5% week over week, reaching 2,000 paying users and almost 6,000 euros of MRR. And it turns out that our product is quite sticky. We have achieved all that with our marketing strategy of combining influencer collaborations together with app install ads, where they're complementing each other. And because of that, our customer acquisition cost is around 5 euros with a 1 month payback period. We project to reach 12,000 paying users and 32,000 euros of MRR by May 2024. So here's the team. I'm the hustler. My baby brother Erik is the hacker. Our head of growth, Mikko, is the hipster. So we're the perfect team. We are raising 300,000 euros to accelerate our growth and grow the team. So thank you so much and get the app.
All right. Ilya, do you have a question for the hustler here?
I do. You mentioned that the product is sticky, and quickly flip through the slide. Can you call out some metrics on like retention that you see?
Yes, we have several user types, and the average paying user uses our app 3 to 4 times per week. And we also have like this little bit smaller user group of the super users who are using Bilance on a daily basis.
Okay, but what's for people who pay monthly, what's the retention after like 1 month or 3 months?
After 90 days, our retention is 55%, and after 8 months is around 35%, and it flattens out. So basically like a product market fit or something like that.
Okay, that's just for the monthly.
Excuse me?
That's just for the monthly customers, right?
Yes, we don't have a full retention on a yearly subscription because we haven't been a full year yet.
Thank you.
Give me a sign, guys. Give me a sign. Kari, please.
Can you tell me about the onboarding experience to the app and how much one actually has to sort of expose their finances and how manual it is versus automatic? So what's the flow like?
Excuse me, I didn't hear the last part of your question.
Just curious about the onboarding experience to the app and whether you're integrating with other banks or using Nordigen or something like that.
Yes, we're using Nordigen to access all the banks in Europe. The onboarding is quite simple. It takes about a minute to connect your bank account and automatically get fully analyzed feedback. There are some holes that we can improve throughout the onboarding. For example, some people don't understand that they should then make some budgets. So that's like one place where you could onboard them, give them data, and they'll actually show how to build a budget.
All right, one quick question. All right, Ilya.
I can do another one, yes. Like there are many like personal wealth management tools in the market. How exactly do you guys differentiate?
Yes, there are 2 fundamental differences that we're doing, and what's the problem with most of those is that firstly, they are built for people who are already quite good with their finances, so they know what they should be doing. Secondly, what we're doing differently is that most apps only give you a half-accurate overview of what happened yesterday. What we are doing is that we show you and tell you what to do tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you, Estonia. All right, we're moving back to Lithuania with BrachyDOSE. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Nelinor. I'm a co-founder and CEO of the BrachyDOSE, and we are bringing the solution to the market which will help oncology doctors to prevent cancer treatment errors. I'm working as a medical physicist for around 10 years, and I have my doctors frustrated, unsatisfied with the cancer treatment outcomes. They do errors, and these errors ends up into painful wounds and bleedings for cancer patients. It also adds additional 2 billion euros for European economy to cover. So to solve this, we made hardware and software mixed solution. We place our sensor and collect the data during the treatment procedure, the radiotherapy procedure. We bring this data to doctor's computer directly, and this data set helps them to improve significantly the treatment plan and prevent most common cancer treatment errors for cervical, breast, prostate, and other solid state cancer cases. So while therapy is done in more than 100 countries, we are targeting Germany and France first. There we have our business development partners and our hospitals, where we are going to help them to save their doctor's time, to reduce their overall treatment costs per patient, and most importantly, help cancer patients to leave the hospital faster and live healthier life. Good, so we see our solution as a digital assistant which is helping to prevent cancer treatment errors. It's prediction system. It makes the error and outcome of the treatment predictable, and it's easy to implement to a hospital, it's easy to use, and it's available for every low and mid-income hospitals. So we sell the sensors, the consumables, our delivered hardware, and the software which is now done for a radiotherapy, specifically for brachytherapy. And if we scale it to external radiotherapy, which is 80% of whole radiotherapy, we can reach additional 700 million net revenue market. So this is us. We are medical device engineers. We work on this project for 5 years together with international development team from business and clinicians, UK, Germany, and France. And we've done the prototype. We tested it at the National Cancer Institute and scaled clinical trials to Heidelberg, Sorbonne University, and got the Roche as our support business and clinical development partner. Now we are looking for 500,000 euros to set this solution to German market specifically, gain their 10 high-value customers, and it also will open us a door to European Commission grant for 4 million euros. In BrachyDOSE, we believe in a world without the cancer treatment errors, so join us, and I'm glad to answer your questions.
Yes, thank you so much. Right, can we start with Andra?
Yeah, sure. I was wondering what's the actual status of the product right now in terms of commercialization? How close are you to bringing it to the market?
So we have a tested prototype. So it's tested in Lithuania, and we have set the whole commercial roadmap for Germany. So it's going to have a CE marking soon. All the quality assurance, quality control, licenses and tests.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of time, just to understand, are we talking about months, years?
If it's in Lithuania, so we can make it in 12 months. If it's in Germany, so we will need additional half a year, so 14, 16 months.
Okay. Sandra?
Yeah, so my question was, what are you going to do with 500K? Where are you going to spend it?
We are going to spend it on specific operations in a German market. To enter this market, to place it in a Heidelberg University Hospital and other hospitals. Also, employ the people there to do German things.
Julian, your question to Brachy?
Sure, yeah. I have a question on your business model. So, like, how do you earn money? Who pays you? And what's the logic there?
Well, if it's in Lithuanian, so it's sales for a private, not a private, for a public hospital. If it's in Germany, it's sales for a private hospitals, and then later for a public hospitals. So we sell consumables, the hardware, and the software with additional interfaces and upgrades.
And that's a monthly fee then? Or is it a subscription or a monthly fee, or they buy the device?
It's a single payment for hardware. It's a consumable single payment per many patients as you need. And this payment per like premium plan, basic plan, so it's a bit different but complex business model.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. BrachyDOSE from Lithuania. All right. Coming up next, all the way from Finland, Nelinor. Welcome.
Hello everyone. Climate change and energy crisis has made the switch to renewables a mandatory thing. But did you know that renewable energy is being wasted every single day? The reason is that there is a mismatch in the timing between the energy production and when we actually need it. This problem reflects on the energy markets all over Europe. You can see that there is actually free green energy available every day, but it's not being utilized. I don't know about you, but it frustrates me a lot. So I came up with a solution, scalable and very easy to use. You simply plug this battery to any wall socket, configure it with app to give it Wi-Fi access, and it will start working. It solved the problem by simply charging when the price is low every day, and then give you back that energy to cover your own consumption, so you avoid buying expensive electricity, and then sell whatever you have not used. So I plugged one of these at my home, and the result was crazy, because on some days, I did not only cover all my consumption, but it actually made profit by selling back the energy. So we're creating a new category of home appliances. So you could just go to the home appliances store and pick one of these, and you're done. So far, we have working product. Paid pilots are successful. We raised the pre-seed round, and we're facing a demand that we just can't keep up the production to meet it. We're getting now orders also from other European countries, like even as far as Spain. Thankfully, the competition are still in the Stone Age, but they might not stay there. That's why we are planning to raise 1 million to stay ahead of the competition and also scale the production. Thank you.
All right. Lots of energy in plug-and-play electricity storage. Right, dear jury, yes, Andrea, please go.
You mentioned that the competition is still in the Stone Age. Could you elaborate on that a bit?
So, for example, in the screenshot I showed, the user needs to manually input the actual hours when the battery should charge and discharge. In our solution, we use simply machine learning to take multiple data streams, including the price, your consumption, and then come up with the ideal charge-discharge schedule.
Ilya?
Do you target just generally any household or any specific sort of ICPG households that have solar panels and produce electricity?
It's not mandatory to have your own solar panels because this can charge from the grid directly. So okay. Any flat, any home works.
Kari?
Can you tell a little bit about the product itself and sort of the uniqueness of that?
So yeah, first it's like plug and play versus other systems you need an installer. Then it's more like an IoT gadget, easy to deal with the configuration. It has all the machine learning algorithms. So actually most of our work is in the software side, and the hardware is like 20% of the actual solution.
Okay. Julian?
Maybe just adding to the question of the product, how big is the capacity of your batteries right now?
It's 7 kilowatt hour.
Okay.
And Sandra, maybe you got a question?
Yeah, so you mentioned that you are going to go B2C. How is it scalable?
With the what?
You mentioned that you are going to go B2C to the consumers. Yes. How scalable it is?
The bottleneck is a little bit on the production, but we have found a way to make it much easier to assemble the battery, which is the main component is the battery management system, and ours is like 40% faster to assemble the product than others, and we have filed a patent to protect that tech.
All right. Thank you so much. Nelinor from Finland. Okay, we got 2 more left in this batch. Coming up next, all the way from Germany, Fainin.
Hello guys, my name is Maximilian and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Fainin. Let me start out this pitch with a brief question to the audience. Who in this room owns a camera, a drill, or a drone? And I'm sure you guys haven't used that this month, right? In fact, did you know that 80% of the items we own are only used once a month? And a possible solution could be that we start sharing more with each other. But according to studies, 67% of all the people highlight trust issues as the #1 barrier for peer-to-peer sharing. And this is exactly why we are building the most secure web platform for renting and lending consumer goods. The value proposition is crystal clear. Renters save money while renting consumer goods, and lenders on the other side make money with unused items that are just laying in the basement. And our platform and marketplace provides the trust and efficiency-causing features that enable us to get our share of the $335 billion market of the sharing economy. But you must ask yourself, what sets them really apart? It's our unique design for trust, with efficiency and trust-causing features. 100% ID-verified borrowers make sure that there's no fraud happening on the platform. And in case anything breaks, our insurance partner, Ergo, secures every transaction up to 15,000 euros. And with this MVP, we have collected these impressive unit economics. More than 150 euros in customer lifetime values, while having less than 10 euros customer acquisition costs, with more than 75 B2B rental shops participating on our marketplace. But we are not the only people who are believing in the sharing economy. Johan knows the ins and outs of the sharing economy from his days at Drivey. Kevin is building his own IT solutions since more than 7 years with his development startup Space Parrots, and I'm a signed content creator with various international agencies, and I know how to address the people. But we are backed by a very strong advisory and investment team. They are all experienced founders, some of them even with exit experience in the Silicon Valley. And we are inviting you today to be part of the solution and stop being part of the problem anymore. I want to close up this pitch with our mission statement. We are not here about reinventing the sharing economy. We just want to make it accessible for everybody. And we are inviting you to be participating in our Angels Round.
Thank you so much. Dear jury, second to last, who wants to go first? Kari, please.
Yeah, you brought out some unit economics. Could you tell a little bit about traction and where do you see your customers being based at the moment?
So we are hyperlocal, based in Hamburg and Berlin in Germany, in the most prominent cities where we have good connections to the universities, because on renter side, our target group is students, on lender side, it's commercial lenders. So we are based with, set with more than 6,000 users, launched in late 2022, and we are excited to grow that community with a unique go-to-market strategy, building marketplaces within universities so students can share exclusively with each other.
Okay. Thank you. Andra?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the competition as well. What's happening in the market and how are you unique?
Renting and lending is not a new idea. I'm 100% agreeing. The most relevant competitor is called Grover, just recently got valued as a unicorn. They are a classic B2C rental shop. And with our decentralized approach, The smaller rental shops, they are able to offer a much lower price compared to the fixed rates that are offered by Grover. And compared to normal neighborhood marketplaces, we are offering the design for trust that is needed to create efficient and trustworthy rental transactions.
Okay. Sandra?
Yeah, so you mentioned 150 euro of LTV. Is it gross LTV or is it your commission?
It is our commission. It is based on the assumption that a user will churn after 5 years doing 3 rentals a year.
Ilya?
In terms of kind of the model of you guys working with insurance companies, right? How do they get comfortable around that?
Ergo Insurance, they are getting 5% of each rental transaction that is happening on the platform and insuring every transaction up to 15,000 euros.
All right, our time is up. Thank you, Fainin. You've been great.
Thank you, guys.
All right, and the last company in this batch will tell us how to do benefits better for companies. Benme, welcome.
So hello, I'm Ira Bučinskaitė, CEO and co-founder of benme. benme is a truly one platform for employee benefits. But before, I want to mention one detail. Today, I'm not just standing on the scene, but also I'm celebrating my birthday. So in the end of the pitch, I will make a wish. Okay? So, okay, shall we start? All the companies are providing benefits. We can count learning, education, coffee, or company goods. And we're spending a lot of time to manage it, about 10 hours per year per person. But in the result, just 60% of employees are happy or saying that it's okay what they're having, what they're receiving. Why? Because in our daily life, for us, it's usual to get it and to find it very, very fast. We're using Google and other technology to find information and answers. We're using mobile to manage everything. And also, we have variety to choose, even if we are talking about insurance. If it's global, local, basic one, or full one. And the most important thing, we want that our benefits will travel with us in Bali or in other island or countries, small ones. So we have a solution. I will not tell you about the same features that other HR techs has, but I will tell you how we are different. So we are giving employers possibility to choose benefits that they want. Not employers, but employees. But for employers also we're giving possibility to set the rules. For which suppliers, for which employees, for what period they will receive it. Also, we giving opportunity to upload their own suppliers or local suppliers or just manage their company goods. Very easy. Also, we're trying to find and to upload the best HR, the best startups in our platform. We're finding InsurTech, like Safety Wing, Health Tech, like KiloHealth, and also EdTech. And the most important thing, that we are traveling with our companies and our clients, with our possibility to reimburse receipt and also to provide virtual Visa card. So we're earning from commission and also from seed base. And commission we're receiving about up to 50%, so it's huge. More clients, more commission. We have really amazing clients, good, well-known names like Bitte, like Hostinger, like also Borat Panda. So my wish now today is to receive a seed round. We're asking money for onboard all the clients that they are waiting and to also to scale globally and make more features. Thank you.
Perfect timing. Thank you so much. All right, dear investors, Kari.
Yeah, thanks so much and happy birthday.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about the main reason why you see that the employers choose your platform instead of others.
First, that we can travel with them, because also sometimes companies are using more than one platform because they have branches in more than one country. So now they are in the first year they were choosing us locally, but now they're choosing us and expanding to use us in other countries. And also that for that company benefit store that we're giving opportunity for them to use it to upload their benefits or to upload their suppliers. It lets us to scale globally very fast.
Thank you.
Okay. Julian?
How do you do sales?
Can you repeat? I didn't hear.
Sorry, my microphone. How do you sales? How do you sell it to your clients?
Oh, okay. We are using also possibilities that now market gives us. So we're finding leads, doing everything automatically, leads and sales that all generate tools. But when we have leads, yes, then we're showing demo, or they're coming to our platform and booking demo, and that's all. So we are a SaaS platform, so we're going more and more for clients to just come and book and use without any our time.
Thank you.
Kari, please go ahead.
Yeah, maybe you skipped the slide, but how many customers do you have at the moment, and what's
we have
the revenue?
about 30 customers. For that reason, we are saving money because we are missing a lot of features, like also integrations, like languages. So we have clients that miss a little bit to be our clients and to board. And also the same for Latvia. We're also missing Latvian language for Beta Latvia. So, but now we have 30 clients and more than 3,000 users.
And how much are they paying?
They're paying now from €2 per month, but also we have commission.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Time's up.
Thank you.
Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I had for you at batch 3. I'll see you very soon in half an hour, but let's give a big round of applause to our jury and our startups. Thank you very much.